Hey there, Leo. Welcome to your May 25th weekly reading. Thank you for joining me. I just want to pop that earbud in so I can actually hear. So, this week, you have an interesting week. I think maybe some of you, I think a good amount of you may actually probably had a little hiccup last week for some reason. I thought that last week you had a good reading. So, it was probably overall a decent week. It wasn't as bad as the past weeks and things like that, past few months. But I think maybe some of you hit like a little kind of a disappointment, if you will. But this week, right here, you have the Four of Diamonds, one of the better strength cards that you can get. It indicates strength, it indicates stability, and I just pulled my earbuds out, of course. So it indicates strength, stability. It indicates, support. It indicates all those things. It also indicates that there is a lot of, you're going to be feeling comfortable, safe, secure, protected this week. It indicates like a home. I always call this one of my home cards that indicates everything that a house can provide you. But when it comes in as the diamonds, it frequently indicates that you will be seeing pretty decent finances this week, and you have some other good financial cards here. So I think that you're going to be, your finances are going to be at least stable this week, and you're not going to have to be, counting your pennies and things like that. It's going to be a good week, I think, for finance. Next, you have the Ace of Spades, which is my death card. It also kind of tipped me off that I think maybe last week, like I said, I think last week some of you might have hit a little bump in the road, had something maybe come back, which would make sense because of the Mercury retrograde, something that kind of upset you or something that had an effect on you and things like that. Um, this card, it represents basically death. It's kind of like my death card, like from the tarot. So it indicates rebirth. Really, it indicates new changes and new things coming in, and all that great stuff. Everything new, something new. So you really can't beat that. It's a lot of people read this very negatively, a very negative card. But to me, like I said, I think this is new stuff coming in, new better stuff coming in, changes, and it's all very positive. So next you have the Six of Diamonds. This card, it has so many different meanings for me. Um, One of the meanings that I'm getting is that it means that you have been planting your seeds. I always, for some reason, every time I look at this card, I look at that as like two rows of seeds. Now that I think about it, you might have had this card, so in one of your past readings with me, one of the monthlies or something, you might have actually had this card. So that would kind of support the other reading. But it's like you've been planting seeds, you've been trying to kind of like cultivate some new things in your life, some new changes, new finances, new love, new everything. This doesn't indicate just one thing. It means a lot of stuff. It means that you've been trying to build it means that you've been trying to straighten out your life. It means you've been trying to stabilize your life. You've been trying to plant seeds to get your life going on what you feel is the right track. And I feel like for the longest time Leo has not been able to do that. They've been having a very difficult time of that. Hasn't always been easy. Well, this card indicates, that those seeds have been planted. And it's also, sometimes I call this card the pillars. It's like two pillars as well. And pillars are very strong, so it's like stable. It's a stabilizing thing. So it can it can kind of mean that stability is coming from the planting of those seeds. And, you're going to start seeing stability and all these things entering back into your life, which you really can't beat that. So next we have the Seven of Hearts. This card, also it's another one of those cards that has so many, means so many different things to me when I read it. But to me, what I'm feeling is that it actually means that you have somebody who's interested in you. So if you're single, somebody would be interested in you, and if you're not single, we'll get to that in a second. But if you're single, I think that this means that somebody's interested in you and they're looking at you. You'd probably notice this person. You probably have a feeling about this or something like that. So your feeling is correct. That's really what I'm getting off this card. So I always look at it like there's that one lonely heart in the middle there. So that's always that one in the middle is always the person that's interested in you, and you just have to step right in there and take the other spot right there to create the relationship more or less. So pretty easy to do. If you are in a relationship, what this can mean is that maybe it means kind of the opposite. It can mean that maybe you're not feeling the love this week. A couple other people have received this, and I think what it's referring to is the Mercury retrograde. The retrograde has to do with home and family and all these other things. And, I think that maybe you're feeling a little bit of lack of love. So, like I said, if you're in a relationship or you're married or something like that, maybe you're feeling just a little bit, a little lacking in the love department with your partner. And what this card is actually saying is it's just saying that you just have to ask. You just have to maybe say to your partner, "Hey, I need to spend some time with you. I need to, I need some of your affection or whatever." So that's kind of what this card is saying. It's just saying go ahead and ask because the love is there. Look, I mean, like I said, the love is there. It's right there. You just have to step in and just ask. That's what this card always means. So you just have to you have to be the one to initiate, which you might not like doing, or you might, but it's like one of those things. If you want it, you're gonna have to ask for it. So that's what this card means. So overall, Leo, I think it's gonna be a great week. Like I said, I think that a lot of your past issues are going away. You might have had a little bit of a hiccup last week, but I think that definitely what I'm feeling and seeing is that everything is gonna be okay. So thank you for watching this reading.